Welcome back everyone. In this lecture we are going to deep dive into more functions and more commands of WhatWeb tool. WhatWeb tool is not limited to just gather information from a website or scan just a website. One of the most cool feature of this tool is that it can gather a whole lot of networks and IP ranges. So that means you can not only scan a website but scan the entire network. So let's dive and try out. I will go ahead and open my terminal, and to remind myself of all the options we have to just type WhatWeb --help. So this again will show you some possible commands. If I scroll a bit, you will notice the target section. It will tell us we can specify URLs, host names, IP addresses, and even IP ranges. You can format those ranges a couple of different ways, like you can this, and you can scan like this also. So now I'm going to try scan my home network to figure out which IP range to scan. So if I type if config and do enter, I can see my IP address, that is 192.168.29.178. So what's even more important here, that IP address is the network. In my case, the net mask is 255.255.255.0, which means the only last part of this IP address is changeable. So for my network, the IP range goes from 192.168.29.0 to 192.168.1.29.255. So let's go ahead and scan the range. Now you might have different IP ranges depending on your network setup, but in the most cases of home networks, the last part of IP address is the one that changes. So now I don't have any website hosted on my home network, so I will just try to get some result from this scan. So let's clear this and type WhatWeb followed by my home IP ranges from 192.168.29.0 to 192.168.29.255. So we will use the most aggressive way, which is level 3, because we are scanning our own home network, so we don't have to be worried about the permission. So to that I will specify --aggression 3, and also I will add -v flag for the verbose mode to get better output. So if I now press enter, you will see it will take some time because we are doing aggression level 3 and it is performing a deeper level of scanning, so it might take some time. And after that time you can see some errors are popping, and these errors are the host that WhatWeb tried to scan but couldn't. The reason for these errors is simple, that there is no device or services running at those IP addresses, and I have about 1 or 2 devices on my home network, so everything else will be empty. So let's scroll what it actually found, and the result for this is my router. So let's just click Ctrl C to stop it. I'm not going to let it scan the whole network, and it is found some plugins. It is detected some plugins for my router which we are not really interested in, but we have some interesting things here as well. Like we have got the password file, and it can be interesting in doing hacking. And we have some more plugins here. You can see, you can read, you can stop and take a look at these plugins that the scan have detected. So now as you can see, when we type this command, it gives us a lot of information about our target. Now if you don't want to see these red error messages that are nothing but offline IP addresses, that means there is nothing on these hosts, so you can just simply type --no errors option. As I have told you in the previous lecture, To not to get errors or suppress errors, you can type --no errors command to suppress all the errors. So we will just simply try this command. I will run the same command, but this time I will add minus --no errors at the end of the command, and I will press enter, and this stops the tool from showing the red error messages. When I run this, you will see the result of the IP addresses, but it won't let you see the errors it has encountered. So that's it. It is finished scanning, and we only got the result from the device that are up and running. So this command is very useful, but we have more useful commands. For example, if you want to save this output, maybe it is important for you to save. So how can you save this? So let's go to the help menu, and as you can see, we have a command to save these files, that is log option. So we can type in many ways, but we are going to save our file using this command, that is --log -verbose equals to and your file name. So I will just go and clear first of all this terminal and type this command, add --log -verbose and the whole command, and I will name the file as file 7, and as I hit enter, the scan will start. So as you can see on our left side, this file 7 has popped up, and now it has storing some sort of information in it, and we will wait to get the full result. So now if I type ls, as you can see, it is showing file 7 here as well. And now open this file to see what output it has stored. So if I click enter, so if I click on this file, it has opened, just enlarge it, and we have the output saved in it about our router, about all the plugins, and of course in your case you might have some more devices on your network. I don't have any devices connected on my home network, just this laptop or this virtual machine, so there is no data available about those. But in your case there might be some more devices or networks, or maybe you might be hosting some websites, so you might get information about them as well. So this was just an example to show how to use these commands. You don't have to learn all the commands of WhatWeb. You can simply just type WhatWeb --help to get a lot of information about all those commands. You can use those commands whenever you need and however you want to use. In the next video, we will deep dive into extracting emails just by knowing a web page.